Hello and welcome to Disha's official YouTube channel. I am Raghav bringing daily news analysis. Fourth Tiger Reserve in Rajasthan. Recently, the Ramgarh Vishdhari Wildlife Sanctuary received a nod from the National Tiger Conservation Authority NTCA's Technical Committee to become the fourth Tiger Reserve of Rajasthan. This will be the 52nd Tiger Reserve of India. The Global Tiger Day, celebrated on 29th July, is an annual event marked to raise awareness about tiger conservation. About Project Tiger. It was launched in 1973 with 9 tiger reserves for conserving a national animal, the tiger. It is an ongoing centrally sponsored scheme of the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change. Currently, there are 51 tiger reserves spread out to 18 tiger range states, which amounts to 2.21% of the geographical area of our country. The tiger reserves are constituted on a core buffer strategy. The core areas have the legal status of a national park or a sanctuary, whereas the buffer or peripheral areas are areas of mixed use. The NTCA was launched in 2005 following the recommendations of the Tiger Task Force. It is a statutory body under the ministry with an overarching supervisory coordination role performing functions as provided in the Wildlife Protection Act of 1972. M-Stripes is an app-based monitoring system launched across Indian tiger reserves by the NTCA in 2010. Nishtha Teachers Training Program. Ministry of Tribal Affairs and NCERT come together on a joint mission for Nishtha Capacity Building Program for Eklavya Model Residential School, EMRS's teachers and principals. What is Nishtha? National Initiative for School Heads and Teachers Holistic Advancement is a national mission to improve learning outcomes at the elementary level. This is done to integrated teachers training. It is the largest teachers training program of its kind in the world. It has been launched in the centrally sponsored scheme of Samarg Shiksha in 2019-2020. The objective is to motivate and equip teachers to encourage and foster critical thinking in students, and also teachers will get awareness and develop their skills on various aspects. Implementation. Training will be conducted directly by 33,120 key resource persons and state resource persons identified by states and union territories, who in turn will be trained by 120 national resource persons identified by the National Council of Education Research and Training, NCERT, and National Institute of Education Planning and Administration, NEIPA. Expected outcomes are improvement in learning outcomes of students, creation of an enabling and enriching inclusive classroom environment, integration of ICT in teaching, learning, and assessment, developing stress-free school-based assessments focused on development of learning competencies. Teachers adopt activity-based learning and move away from the rote learning to competency-based learning. Nutrient loss in wheat and rice. Recently, researchers from various institutes under the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, ICA, and Bidhan Chandra Vishwavidyalaya found depleting trends in grain density of zinc and iron in rice and wheat cultivated in India. The researchers collected seeds of rice, 16 varieties, and wheat, 18 varieties, from the gene bank maintained at ICA's cultivar repositories. Possible reasons are dilution effect, which is caused by decreased nutrient concentration in response to higher grain yield. This is due to the fact that the rate of yield increase is not compensated by the rate of nutrient intake by plants. Decreased quality in the nutrients of soil. The increasing use of monoculture cropping patterns and intensive agricultural practices could have resulted in a scenario where the soil supporting plants could be low in plant available nutrients. What is the solution? Biofortification. Biofortification is the process by which the nutritional quality of food crops is improved through agronomic practices, conventional plant breeding, or modern biotechnology. It involves breeding of fruit crops that are rich in micronutrients. Initiatives taken by India. Recently, the Prime Minister dedicated 17 biofortified varieties of 8 crops to the nation. Others include Madhuban Gajar, Nutri-Sensitive Agriculture Resources and Innovation NARI program, Nutri-Small Villages, and location-specific nutrition garden models. The production of biofortified crop varieties will be upscaled and linked with government programs of midday meal Anganwadi, etc. to reduce malnutrition. Indian Navy Blue Water Operations with a Green Footprint. Indian Navy has adopted a comprehensive Indian Navy Environment Conservation Roadmap INECR for synergizing the aim of blue water operations with the green footprint. Some of the noteworthy initiatives towards clean and green navy are: Indian Navy commissioned one of its largest solar plants with the capacity of 3 megawatts at Indian Navy Academy INA Ezimala in July 2020. Another 2 megawatt solar plant was installed at the naval station in Karanj, Mumbai in July 2020. With this, the overall installed solar panel capacity of the naval stations is 11 megawatts. The installation of solar photovoltaic volts are in line with the Navy's objective of fulfilling Government of India's Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission JNNSM mission. Further, viability of setting up urban concepts such as the Miyawaki Forest is being emphasized to match the theme of World Environment Day 2021 ecosystem restoration. Miyawaki method of forest recreation. Miyawaki is a technique pioneered by Japanese botanist Akira Miyawaki that helps in building dense native forests. This approach is supposed to ensure that plants grow 10 times faster and the resulting plantation is 30 times denser than usual. It involves planting dozens of native species in the same area, making the maintenance free after the first 3 years. In July 2020, the Union Environment Minister inaugurated a unique urban forest at the Office of the Comptroller and Auditor General of India (CAG) in New Delhi. This would be a dense urban forest with multiple tree layers, including 12,000 saplings of 59 indigenous species in another year or so. The Miyawaki system of forest creation is employed. IndiaUS Basics. Indian Navy ships will join maritime patrol and other aircraft to participate in the Passage Exercise or PASEX with the US Navy's Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group during its transit through the Indian Ocean region. A passage exercise is normally undertaken when an opportunity arises, in contrast to pre-planned maritime drills. Earlier, the Indian Navy had conducted similar PASEX with the Japanese and French navies. Indian naval ships Kochi and Teg, along with P-8I and MiG-29K aircrafts, are participating in the PASEX. The Indian Navy warships, along with the aircraft from Indian Navy and Indian Air Force, will be engaged in joint multi-domain operations with the US Carrier Strike Group. The exercise of the IAF Southern Air Command area of responsibility and IAF will include Jaguars, Sukhoi 30 MKI fighters, air-to-air refueler aircrafts, airborne warning control systems. High-tempo operations during the exercise include advanced air defense exercises, cross-deck helicopter operations, and anti-submarine exercises. Previous PASEX with the US. The Indian Navy conducted PASEX with the USS Ronald Reagan in October 2020, and Indian naval ships conducted another PASEX with USS Nimitz in July 2020.